I'm Jessica, and this is Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review Korean dramas, and we are back for another K-drama review. And today I am joined by my good friend Nas from the Swoon Diaries Podcast. How are you, Nas?
I'm good. How are you, Jess?
I am excellent. I told you that I'm going to go see Michael later today. I'm going to go see Devil Wears Prada 2 today. And then I washed my car and I was pumping Michael. And actually, when we got on, we went on an extensive tangent about Michael and the movie and, you know, where were you when he died? Like this whole thing. So if you are interested, you can listen to that BTS on the Patreon feed. Naz, the last time you were here was for That Winter the Wind Blows. And before that, you were on the double Train to Busan and Autumn in My Heart episodes. And it's been a minute, actually, since you've been here.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick K catch-up. What have you been watching lately? What are you loving lately?
Yes. So I'm currently watching Perfect Crown, which I'm loving.
You love it. Okay.
Yes. I'm a few episodes behind, but I really, really like it so far. So that's all I've been watching so far. I haven't been watching too much. I've been so busy, but yeah, sure. Perfect Crown is like my main show.
Okay,
I've been watching. Of course, I finished Bloodhounds a few weeks ago, and that was great.
Okay, Bloodhounds
really loved
season
that.
2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Love that. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Perfect Crown. Man, I've heard some mixed things about that show, and a lot of people, and not just like people that I DM regularly and that are friends. I'm looking at people that I follow and they're like, this is so boring. And I'm like, oh no, because I love to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
I told, I think it was on Liliana's Tea and Soju when we did our Pursuit of Jade review. I was like, I got the ick on one of the promo videos that came out for Perfect Crown. And ever since then, I'm like, I don't know about the show. You know, this is personal, right? Like only people that ask get this, you know, background info. I'm like, I want to be proven wrong. I want it to be good. Hopefully it gets even better than it already hopefully is. And that's all I'll say about that.
I hope so, because I'm literally on episode 3, so I'm a few episodes behind.
Oh, okay.
But so far, I'm really enjoying it. So we'll see. And I think, I don't know, they just look so good together. And
yeah, they're pretty.
It's just nice having like a regular kind of like romance. So yeah, hopefully it's enjoyable and I don't find it boring, but we'll see. Oh, I forgot to add, I'm also watching Yumi Cells 3, which I find very boring. So,
oh my God.
That show is so boring. I literally don't like that show really, but I have to finish out the arc. But like, I find that show so monotonous.
So I found, God, what had happened was I watched Yumi Cells season 1 back in the day. And I think there's a written blog review on the website on daebakk-rambles.com. It's fine, right? Like it was fine. I don't think it wormed its way into my heart like that it did for other people.
Right.
I am of the minority in that I don't care for all of the cells.
I skip the cell scenes.
Girl, every time the cells come up, I'm like, God, like it's such a hassle to me to sit through the cell stuff. Very few of those scenes really hit for me. And I know that I'm in the minority on that. People really think the cells are cute. And then season 2 rolls around and I'm like, oh, dang, like here we freaking go. Multiple seasons of this Yumi Cells nonsense. So I start season 2. I think I get about halfway and it's you Bobby is the name of the male lead in that show.
Yes, Jin Young.
And Jin Young from God 7. So I was like,
he was the highlight. He got me through that season.
Girl. So I think it was like they had this kiss scene in the car and it was really steamy. And I was like, hell yeah. I stopped watching right after that. Like, he had this moment. I think maybe I watched a little bit more, like one episode or something. He got kind of, how should I put it? He wavered, is how they say in the K-dramas. Like, he got sidetracked from Yumi.
Yes.
And
he got caught up.
I dropped that shit like a bag of hot nickels. I was like, we don't need to be here anymore. So I dropped Yumi Cell season 2. And I can't even say that it was intentional. I was like, okay, and just moved on with my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some drops just happen really organically. And then, lo and behold, season 3 comes out. And I'm like, oh my God, it just won't end. So that is my history with Yumi Cells. I have not pressed play on season 3. I don't know how Kim Go-eun isn't tired of it.
Yeah.
But
I don't either. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was just like,
ooh.
When I tell you nothing happened. Nothing happened. And mind you, it's only 8 episodes. So I'm like, why isn't anything happening?
I know. It's like, okay, if I'm signing up for an 8-episode K-drama, I think the plot's gonna move.
Yeah.
I'm just shaking my head. I'm just bro, Yumi Cells. Anyway, long story short, you're watching Yumi Cells maybe.
Yes, maybe. It's against my will. I have to finish it because this is the last season and I'm like,
no,
let me just finish
people keep promising that this is the last season. Oh, there's one more guy. Oh, this isn't Endgame. This guy's an Endgame. And I'm like, what?
I thought he was Endgame. So if this is not the end, I'm okay. I thought that he was the end. I will not watch another season.
Baby, they were huffing and puffing in a car right now. What do you mean he's not Endgame? Anyway, speaking of nothing happening, we're going to review Call It Love. And
oh, Jess!
Wait a second. So Call It Love. But before we do, if this is your first time listening, go ahead and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more. If you like us, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can leave comments on Spotify as well. I have been answering lots of Spotify comments lately from older episodes. A lot of questions on like True Beauty. Ask questions. You can see me in those comments as well. Come and check us out on social media to stay up to date on our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Daebak Pod, DAEBAKPOD. And lastly, if you're a fan, please consider becoming a patron. It's such a great way for you to get involved and show your support. And of course, get extra content. You can check out the page on patreon.com/daebakpod. And shout out to my patrons, Curtis, Alana, Lorna, Sammy, Julia #1, Caitlin, Tenmei, Marta, Delphia, Maria, Sarah, Pam, Julia #2, Nadir, Matthew Lauda, Christine, Kate B, and KG, K-Drama Watcher 2. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Okay, so not to already start digging, I don't mean to be mean about Call It Love. And that's not the extent of my thoughts either. I was just making a joke. But we're going to talk about Call It Love. And I will kick us off for this non-spoiler section with the Wikipedia synopsis, which is blessedly simple. I thought the Asian wiki synopsis and the My Drama List synopsis were like I was like, did someone illiterate write this? So anyway, here's the Wikipedia synopsis. It is a romantic melodrama about a woman whose life goes downhill after finding out about her father's affair and falling in love with his mistress's son. Okay. This aired from February to April 2023, so it's 3 years old, and it is 16 episodes long, the traditional length. We have 2 directors listed in Asian Wiki for this drama, Kim Ji-yeon and Young-Kwang. I believe Kim Ji-young might have been the co-director and the other screenwriter. Mm-hmm. So there's that. I have no info on Kim Ji-young really. It's like a black hole for me. Maybe if I was on a VPN and I can look them up as if I was in Korea, there'd be more, but I don't have much on them. Kwang-young, this is a female director, and she has most recently directed Idol Eye from 2025. I heard some nice things about Idol Eye. Chunhwa Love Story, No Thank You, Seasons 1 and 2, Secret Life of My Secretary from 2019, Judge vs. Judge. Have you seen this director's stuff before?
I've seen Idol Eye. It was cute. Like low stakes. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And I've heard of The Secret Life of My Secretary, which I really wanted to watch after I saw our male lead, Kim Young-Kwang, because I was like, I love him. I want to see his shows. And it seemed like a cute little workplace romance situation. I love the CEO, the boss trope thing. So I was like, I need to watch that.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you like office romances.
Yes.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay. So Call It Love was written by Kim Ga-eun. I have never heard of this screenwriter before, and there is literally nothing but Call It Love to her name. So for all intents and purposes, I understand that this is her very first K-drama that she's written. So good for Kim Ga-eun. Yeah. This show stars Kim Young-Kwang. He is Han Dong-jin. He's our male lead in the show. He's been in about 8 movies and 27 TV shows. The movies, he's most recently been in The First Ride from 2025. He's been in On Your Wedding Day from 2018. He won Best New Actor at the Paeksang Awards for that role. And then for television shows, he's been in stuff since like late 2000s, early 2010s. Stuff like Love Rain from 2012. I literally have told you about this show multiple times where it's walk with me. It's Yuna playing two roles because the parents, like, she falls in love with this guy and then they can't make it work, and then Yuna's character has a child and the child grows up and it's Yuna again. So it's basically like a When Life Gives You Tangerines situation where Yuna's playing both mother and daughter. And their children fall in love with each other.
Great.
Your favorite. So so that's Love Rain. He's also in Can We Get Married from 2012-2013. I vividly remember watching episode 1 and 2 of Can We Get Married, and I ended up dropping it because Tong So-min was so insufferable in that show.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
Yeah. And then Sung-Kyung is also in Can We Get Married? So he plays the second male lead in the show. He's also in that show. So they've starred in the same show together back in 2012, 2013. This actor's been in Good Doctor, Pinocchio, Room Number 9, Secret Life of My Secretary, which you just mentioned.
Yes.
Somebody from Netflix. I think the only thing two things that I would want to still watch from him are Somebody from Netflix in 2022 and Trigger from Netflix in 2025. Those are the two shows that I'm like, I'm kind of intrigued. I'll press play on those. I think he plays a serial killer in Somebody, and there's like some spicy scenes. It's kind of weird. I'm like, I can, maybe around spooky season, I can press play on Somebody. But anyway, you have mentioned that you want to see him in The Secret Life of My Secretary. What else have you seen him in?
I think it's just Call It Love.
Oh.
And then I have Trigger on my list, and then I want to watch Secret Life of My Secretary. And also I know that he was in On Your Wedding Day, which is also on my list of a movie I want to watch. But yeah, this is like my first and only work I've seen him in. Yeah. So for me, I hadn't seen him in a long time. I hadn't seen him in a few years. And he was not kind of the lead of anything. So I was very intrigued to see him in this show, and he totally blew me away. He was so good in it.
Totally blew me away in the show. He was amazing in Call It Love. His co-star is Lee Sung-Kyung. She plays Woo-joo, the female lead. She is the weightlifting fairy herself.
Yes.
She's been in 17 TV shows, and we've covered 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's All Right, That's Love from 2014 was one of the first things that she was ever in. And we've also covered Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok-joo, which you and Ori are on that episode review.
Yes.
So we've covered Weightlifting Fairy. To be quite honest with you, I really rarely press play on something from this actress, right? Lee Sung-Kyung, she's kind of a drama face from yesteryear to me, even though she's sort of been like consistently working every other year, basically.
Yeah.
Since the mid 2010s. What's your experience with her? What have you seen her in?
As you mentioned, Weightlifting Fairy, which I loved her in. I saw her in She's in the Trap. I think that was the first time I saw her.
Yes.
And her character. And, she's a hot mess. Screaming. She's a hot mess. She's unstable. Yeah. Unlikable. All the things. But
she's loud.
And I also saw her in It's All Right, That's Love as well. I think I watched like 10 or 11 episodes of that show, which I need to go back and finish.
Yes, you do. Definitely.
Yeah. But like with those 3 shows, I feel like you kind of get this chaotic energy from all of those roles.
100%. Yeah.
Very loud, chaotic, just all over the place. And so this was the first time I saw her in a role that was like very subdued. Subdued, like honestly depressed. And I was like, okay, and so it was really cool seeing her range. But I've always really liked her as an actress. I felt like whenever she was in a show, I really enjoyed it. I also started in Your Radiant Season, which I need to go back and finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I enjoy her, and I have the drama About Time on my never-ending watch list.
Yeah,
well,
I got
like watch that.
The same issue. The watch list is miles long.
Yes.
And I only have so many hours in the day.
Yes.
But I agree with you. I like her, but I never really like absolutely loved her in anything. I didn't quite consider her an actress. This sounds weird to say, but she's a model turned actress. I always consider her a model first. And she sort of maintains this mystique about her personal life. She's not very active on social media and stuff. And so I really appreciate that she's a very private person.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way to go. Like, if you want to be an actor or an actress, especially, I don't need to see every little bit about your life, because then I don't believe you later.
Exactly.
When you're trying to convince me that you're somebody else, you know? So I think it was around 2018 she did About Time. And I remember seeing the promo for that. And I was like, oh, that's way different than anything that she's done before that. And I was kind of surprised that it was so mellow, like the tone of it and everything. And I never ended up watching About Time. But that around that time was when she sort of made a conscious switch, right? To do other kinds of roles. Yeah. And I remember Shooting Stars came out in 2022 and people were bitching about that show. There was stuff that people didn't like about that show. And so I never prioritized it at all. Didn't press play. Dr. Romantic 3, she's been in all 3 seasons of Dr. Romantic. I cannot stand medical shows.
Oh, really? I need to watch that. Okay. But yeah, I don't think I've seen a medical K-drama.
Oh, word.
Other than Dr. Cha. But I don't think I've seen like a real, like intense medical drama, like a Hospital Playlist or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not big on medical shows. So I watched a few early on and I just avoid them now. So I've never watched any Dr. Romantic show. And then The Nice Guy in 2025, In Your Radiant Season, just from this year. I, again, don't have any pull obligation, nothing to watch those shows. Call It Love really came on the radar because of you. And that's why I'm so happy that you're here. Because when 2023 rolled around and you were doing your coverage and you said you were singing its praises, I was like, whoa, is there something to Call It Love? Is there something to this? Should I dig a little deeper? And now we're here 3 years later.
I know.
Finally,
the time goes by so fast.
Yeah, where does the time go? And I'm actually so glad that I did watch Call It Love. It feels like a spiritual cousin to My Mister or My Liberation Notes. Yeah. And if you're into that vibe, this like slow, melancholic slice of life, mostly melodramatic.
Yeah.
This is a show for you. 100%.
Absolutely.
Watch Call It Love.
Yeah.
And I will say and I was surprised that none of those people that did those shows are involved in Call It Love.
Yeah.
I thought that was surprising. But the other people that I want to point out is Sung-Kyung. We already mentioned him. He plays Yoon-jun, the second male lead. And I will say, this is a weird feeling, but I watched him in a bunch of stuff early on. When I first started watching K-dramas. He was in the very first K-drama I ever watched, Lie to Me, from 2011. He was in one of my favorite musical K-dramas, Shut Up Flower Boy Band, from 2012. Absolutely love that show. I need to rewatch it because I've only watched it the one time, but it left such an impression on me. He was obviously in Can We Get Married, which I dropped. Goo Family Book from 2013. I watched all of these like almost within a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
And then I never saw him again. Never saw him again. And so when I see him on my screen for Call It Love as the second male lead, I don't know. It was a weird feeling. I was like so comforted to see him again. I don't know if you've ever felt that way about seeing an actor or an actress that you used to watch and now you're getting reintroduced to them. You're just like,
yes,
where have you been, friend? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's been around. I just haven't been watching him. Yeah. He was in Can This Love Be Translated earlier this year. He's also in Perfect Crown. You're watching him now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So he's having a renaissance right now.
He's having a small renaissance. He's back. He's in some hot shows. And I loved seeing him. And I loved his role in Call It Love as a second male lead. Yeah. I thought he was, all the characters were just so well-rounded and complete, you know?
Yes.
And I would love to hear your thoughts on Call It Love. I know you have a deep dive from 2023 on your feed, but what are your thoughts on Call It Love?
So this show is right down my alley. I love really, really slow, like melancholic dramas. So I love my liberation notes and dramas like that.
And I was actually, was I on your podcast for
yes.
My Liberation Notes deep
dive?
Yes. So if you want to listen to that, you can. But
yes, such a great show. But so yeah, I was like, this is right down my alley. Loved, I hadn't seen the male lead, but I was a fan of Sung-Kyung, so I was really excited about it. I thought the premise was obviously very juicy and interesting. And I loved it from the first episode because you see that we just have this family that's very broken, and Sung-Kyung's character was extremely broken. And I was just really interested to see like how this healing would take place and also how this romance would take place, because it's starting off as honestly kind of like revenge in a way, because she's like, I need to ruin this guy's life because his mom ruined my life. But yeah, I thought the acting was beautiful. I loved the dynamic between the siblings. I love how slow the romance progressed because I love slow burns. So it was so good. And I just thought it was really beautiful. And I felt that this it just has this like message of forgiveness and healing that kind of like goes throughout the show that I really, really enjoyed. So like I adore this show. I think about it fondly. I need to watch it like again fully, because like just and take my time with it, because I loved the watching experience.
Yeah, the way that I came at this, and it came at a really good time, because not that I was in a slump, but I was just in the mood definitely to watch something a little more tender, a little more slow. And this, as soon as I pressed play on this, I was like, absolutely, like this is right where I want to be. And I love when a show hits you like just at the right time. Because, you could press play on something and be like, I don't feel like watching this right now. I feel like watching like whatever. And this is not a rom-com. This is not light. This is not fluffy. This is quite contemplative. This is quite slow. Like you said, it's definitely a slow burn. If you're looking for skinship in every other episode, kissing in every other episode, like, sorry, no, babe, that's not this. It's definitely a melodrama. And I didn't know it was a melodrama. I really didn't read much up on Call It Love. I just knew it's some kind of romance. I didn't know anything about the premise. I didn't know that she was like after this guy's ass for this really weird revenge. And in reading the synopsis, like you can tell this has a classic K-drama irony to it. Like that premise is classic. They love to tell stories that it's like an ironic love. And I was sort of unprepared for the drama and how it sort of sticks to your bones a little bit. It's quite, it's a weird revenge story, and it's told so tenderly. The thesis is beautiful. They kind of bring it forward in episode 1, where you hear this radio DJ talking about seeing somebody from behind and witnessing their lonely shadow, basically pitying people is the best medicine for forgiving or understanding others. And I think the direct quote is, to understand the loneliness of others, for me, that's the beginning of love. Beautiful, sensitive words that are truly the thesis of the whole show, that like it's almost like a love story for empaths.
Exactly.
That you might selfishly be looking at your own situation, your own pain, your own, revenge. But other people are also suffering and going through their own pain. And if you just take a beat and look at them, and the fact that this show really does commit to this premise, this thesis. And so many shots are of the characters from behind, walking down the street from behind. And there is the way that they're walking and the way that the performances are sort of physical, in that the way they carry their shoulders or slump their shoulders and swinging their arms, everything about how they're carrying themselves is sad, is difficult in some way, painful, and they're so lonely. Everybody in the show is just so lonely. And you want the best for them. You want them to cross this mental hurdle and win over these emotional stakes. Because, again, the irony runs very deep in their relationship. And I found this show completely underrated. I would love for more people to watch Call It Love, get in on this, because if you love those like slow, intentional romances that feel quite meaningful and poignant, this is your bag. Like, watch Call It Love for sure.
Yes, please.
I want to bring up the fact that you hated That Winter the Wind Blows.
I sure did.
You hated it. You hated it guts. There was nothing good you could say about that show.
No.
And here's the thing. You really went in on the faux-cest on that show.
I could not get past that. I was like, this is so terrible.
And mind you, they're not blood related. It was not in any way incestuous. Right. But it was faux-cest, as I coined.
Yeah.
This show, also faux-cest, I want to argue.
Okay.
Talk to me about this one. How is this one okay and the other faux-cest is not?
How? I want to know how this is faux-cest.
So this is, and I have seen this in other K-dramas, right? Mm-hmm. Where you can't fall in love with basically what is perceived as a step sibling.
Okay.
This is it was a step sibling. You're like, I don't know. You're already shaking your head. He was the son of the mistress. The mistress and her biological father were married for like 13 years. Together for 13 years.
But she was never in the same house as this boy.
Oh, see?
They didn't grow.
There's all these technicalities now. Like, oh, no, they didn't grow up together. They weren't living together. They had nothing to do with each other. Their Venn diagram
he left and had a whole different life with this lady. Like, never crossed paths with this guy. Like, no.
Wow.
No.
Wow. So you're like, it's not even faux-cest.
It's not. And especially because the dad passes away. So it's like, the marriage is done.
You're like, the connection is severed.
Yeah, the connection is severed. Even. So it's like, he's definitely not a step sibling now. Mm-hmm. And again, like, I feel like for her, it's like out of sight, out of mind. It's like, I never saw this guy. Like, ooh. I know, like, my dad's wife had a son, but like, this person doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay. Second thing I want to bring up is, should this mother, and I do mean Hee-ja, the mistress. Yeah. We'll call her the mistress for the rest of this episode. Yeah. Should she be entered into the pantheon of worst K-drama mothers?
Absolutely.
100%. I was like, oh, shit, she's horrible.
No, she's literally a demon.
No, she's a menace to society.
No, literally. And honestly, I feel like she got off way too easy.
We'll talk about it in the spoiler section, I guess.
Yeah.
But I agree. She got let off so easy.
Yeah. No, she belongs in that group with the worst.
What would you have done? Time. What would you have done? Would you have pressed charges? And we're dancing around what she did.
Yeah.
Would you have pressed criminal charges?
Yes, she belongs in prison.
Okay, that's
yes.
that. Period.
Yes, you belong in prison.
Okay,
you broke the law and ruined our lives. Like, no.
And you know what? I'll do you one better. The revenge, which we're not going to say exactly like how she was planning this revenge.
Yeah.
I thought she should have gone further. I was like, oh, she's not even trying.
No, at all.
At all. Like, she's not even trying. I, not saying that I would do something criminal.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I wouldn't. What I'm saying is she didn't commit.
No, not at all. Like, it's just.
She didn't commit. Because if this whole situation happened to me, mm-hmm. I would raise hell.
Yeah.
I would raise hell. No, and another thing, those kids, the 3 siblings, mm-hmm. they're stupid as hell. They're stupid. Because what do you mean you didn't check with nobody?
Right. Like, they just just took her word for it. And they're like, okay.
No.
Guess we gotta leave. And it's like, no.
At the end, they're consulting a bunch of lawyers. Like, they're going on a generational run of, like, blowing through all these lawyers and consulting them, seeing what's up. What should we do about this situation? And I'm like, hey, babes. We should have done this months ago. Months ago. Because why were you just taking it lying down?
I never understood that.
And they're grown. They're not teenagers. They're not in their early 20s.
Yeah.
The 2 older sisters are in their 30s.
Yeah. They're established adults.
They're adults.
Mm-hmm.
I was very distraught about their approach and how passive they were.
Yeah.
About the whole thing. I have a special shout out to the G-Wagon in this show because the G-Wagon, let me just say this.
Dying.
They had a G-Wagon in this show for like maybe half the show. Then they had to sell the G-Wagon. And I was like, no, the G-Wagon. Anytime you have a G-Wagon in a drama, and I just got off watching Love Between Lines, which is a Chinese drama. Why did I say just got off? That was weeks ago that I finished this. But anyway, there's a G-Wagon in that show that is basically another character.
Right.
Right? I'm like, anytime something is happening in or around the G-Wagon, I'm zeroing in on this 6-figure car. Zeroing in on the 6-figure car. Because it begs the question, what the hell are they doing in a G-Wagon?
No, seriously, it doesn't make sense.
What the hell are they doing in a G-Wagon?
And like, considering the condition they were in and what was happening in their lives.
Things were dire. And I'm like, oh, we should have sold the G-Wagon like 6 episodes ago, matter of fact. The best friend is the one that actually owns the G-Wagon, like the co-CEO of this company.
Yeah. And
the company is financially struggling. They're in dire straits.
Yeah. And
he's still riding around Seoul in a G-Wagon. And I'm like, babe.
Your solution's right there.
What are you doing? So I was losing it every time I saw the G-Wagon. I was like, Mercedes getting some big, big product placement time in this show.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. So other thing is the tomboy situation. Yeah. I haven't seen a tomboy in a K-drama in a minute, and I loved it. I love having tomboys. Bring back tomboys. Her wardrobe, her entire wardrobe.
Yeah.
That was what I wore in middle school.
Yeah.
I know I'm not laughing.
That is what I wore
in middle school. The baggy shirts, nothing form-fitting, the chucks she was wearing, my wardrobe from middle school.
Yeah.
Chuck All-Stars. I mean, it was refreshing to see basically my middle school self on screen.
Yeah.
All that was missing was a messy bun.
Yeah, that's all that was.
That was so true. My uniform.
That's so true. But that's literally what she wore the entire show.
Yeah. And I half expected them to do a makeover.
Yeah. And
never happened.
They didn't. She just stayed true to herself.
Yeah. And he loved that about her. He didn't say nothing about it. He was like, you're fine. One thing I'll say, oh no, maybe I should do that in the spoiler section. Maybe not. Maybe. Well, okay. Whatever. Anyway, anything else you want to say in the non-spoiler section?
I don't think so, because I think everything else is spoilers.
What did you like most about the show?
I think the storytelling was just so good. Like, the show is so slow and so mellow, but I was left wanting more after every episode.
Oh, okay.
I never felt like, oh, okay. Like, I literally was like, I need to know what's going to happen next. And I think that the way the story was crafted was just really engaging. And that's also that slow, the kind of like the slow opening up that, like, you know, both the leads were doing. Like, with Dongjin, it's like, he's obviously struggling in life, and you're kind of slowly seeing him kind of like open up. And then with Sung-Kyung's character too, it's just like you're slowly seeing her like kind of contemplating in her mind. It's like, am I open to this? Am I open to love? Am I open to forgiveness? And kind of her go through that process as well, very, very slowly though. But you just see these like little tiny changes, and it was just really just satisfying to see that. And it just really spoke to like the storytelling. So I really loved that.
The show, each episode is about an hour and 10 minutes. We didn't need those 10 minutes. We didn't.
The 70 minutes is like, I really wish K-dramas would just stick to an hour. Like, I feel like we can do that.
Yes. I wanted a simple hour, and multiple times they would come up on what is a easy expected cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Right around an hour. And then they'd blow past it another 10 minutes. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Why can't you just make it an hour?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about the 70 and 75 minutes, but like that extra 10, 15 minutes, it really does make a difference.
I think so too.
It's just like, there's a difference between an hour and an hour 10.
I agree. And I teeter back and forth because sometimes I watch a really good hour 10 show. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I feel like the vast majority of them, it hits me like Call of Love, where I'm like, this show is really good. You know what would make it better? Why don't we edit out 10 minutes of superfluous nonsense in this show that is crawling, mind you, crawling through this plot. And another thing, I was surprised. I was surprised that the lie went on for so long.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted.
Yeah. And I think that's what kept me like,
oh, really?
The whole time too, because I'm like, okay, like when is this going to come out? Like this has been.
Because this thing
goes. So nervous.
It is making me nervous, but also I was expecting by right around, I don't know, episode 9 or 10, this shit would hit the fan and we get something. Mm-hmm. She would say who she is and how they're connected and why she's there and reveal this half-ass revenge that she was going for.
Yeah.
We blow past 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still, they don't say what the hell is going on. The siblings are in the dark. The male lead is in the dark. The mom is in the... Everybody's in the dark.
Yeah.
And it didn't sit right with my spirit. I'm sorry.
It's anxiety-inducing, but I loved it.
And maybe like that's the charm of the show is that it's so simple. They kept to one premise. There wasn't like all of a sudden somebody from their past shows up and they have to deal with that in a later stage of the show. No. That girl, the ex, who lives across from the male lead in an adjacent apartment, she comes back in like episode 1.
Yeah.
She comes back early. So they've committed to a lot of stuff really early and they just kept the ball in the air the rest of the show.
Right.
But, we could have made this a 12-episode show.
I think that's fair. I think it definitely could have been 12 to 14.
I'm not mad at 16, but while we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about how we can improve this show.
Yeah.
Make it an hour. And did we need 16 episodes?
Yeah, because if they cut off all the extra 10 minutes, we probably could have gotten down to like 14, 12.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, something.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite part about the show is the male lead. And Tongjin, that character, is so gentle.
Yes.
Is so kind.
Yes.
And considerate. And sensitive. And nice. And he's such a gentle giant. Yes. And you completely understand why the female lead is suddenly like, I can't tell him our bad blood.
I can't hurt this
hurt this man.
Because she's like, he's hurting too. She's expecting him to like meet this like evil person. And she's like, oh my gosh, he's so kind and he's so gentle and he's
sweet.
Hurting. And like, she's like, oh, I can't do this.
I know. He's just a gentle giant. Because he's so tall too. Gosh, how tall is this man, Kim Young-Kwang?
He has to be over 6 feet. He seems like he's really tall. Because Sung-Kyung is tall. She's a tall girl too. He's taller than her.
He's 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
He's 6'2". He's very tall. But then she's also model tall too.
And he's taller than her. So I was just like, he has to be over 6 feet.
She's 5'9". Yeah. So they looked really good together.
They did.
Because it's like she's 5'9", model tall. He's 6'2". And sometimes I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I don't got names on me right now. But sometimes you look up people's height and you're like, they don't look like that on screen.
Yeah.
6'2" where? 6'4" where? This man looked tall as hell.
Yeah, you can tell with his proportions that he was tall. Yeah.
And then her standing next to him. There's a lot of full body shots in this show.
Yeah.
And then her standing next to him, I'm like, she's tall as hell too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think like their chemistry was so good. And like to the point that when I was watching the show, I was like, can they date in real life? Because they look so good together. I really, really, really enjoyed them together. And all their behind the scenes, like pictures and their like video clips I was like, oh, they would be so cute together.
They were very interesting together and I loved their chemistry. They had very strong chemistry and the way that they would look at each other, it was just so pregnant. Everything about it was like there's something there that's building, that's growing, that's kicking, and they were so oddly electric on screen together. Yeah. It wasn't like a exploding sexual chemistry.
Right.
It was like you know how you gotta simmer soup sometimes?
Yes, exactly.
It was like that. It was not a rolling boil.
Exactly. It just felt very natural. That there was just
Yes.
this natural, like, magnetic energy between them.
I agree.
It was so good.
I agree. And there's something about a show that, you know how when you're about to cry, there's like this glossy film over your eye, and your eye is like brimming with tears, with water.
Yeah.
That was the entire show. 16 out of 16 episodes. That's how they looked. That they were almost gonna cry. Just on the verge.
They just like held, it's so good. So good.
And I can't do that at least once a day. The fact that they were doing that for multiple takes and to do that throughout the show, I mean, props to them.
Yes.
Props to them. It was very beautiful. Beautiful show. And like you said, about healing and this sort of journey toward a re-examination of revenge.
Exactly.
Because who is revenge really gonna help?
Exactly.
It's corrosive to the soul, to the spirit, and it doesn't help nobody.
Exactly. And I think for this show, what also made it really refreshing was this is easily a plot point that could have been done in like the mid 2000s. It would have been just like super makjang and like off the rails, just wild. And like they took something that could have potentially been so messy and still made this like very quiet, healing, gentle story. So I feel like it was like a refreshing take on a trope that could have been really, really messy, 10 years
Not that it
years
wasn't
before.
messy.
Yeah, it definitely was messy for sure. But the way they did it was like you don't even realize that.
Yeah, they're doing it in slow motion.
It is. Mm-hmm.
And I think it helped its case.
Yeah.
What would you rate this show out of 5 soju bottles?
5 out of 5 soju bottles.
5 out of 5.
I love this show so much. It was my favorite show that came out that year. I watched it in real time, and it was like I still think about it. It's like in my top 20 for my favorite like K-dramas. I love this show so much.
Oh my gosh. I think I would give it 4.5, maybe 4.5 out of 5 soju bottles, because I think it worked for me. I left thinking I need to pay attention to these actors more. I need to pay attention to these creatives more, the directors and the screenwriter, or I guess it's screenwriters and directors because there's one person there that maybe did both. I don't know. Anyway, they definitely have some skill here because it cut deep.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Awesome. All right. So we'll see you on the other side of spoilers.
Excuse me, 뭐라고?
괜찮아.
You know, I have no signal. Oh, sorry.
Swear, discoursing shit.
What?
All right, we're on the other side of spoilers, so we're going to spoil what happens in Call It Love. What is the beef? What's the drama? What's the bad blood between these people? And how does it resolve? And one thing I will say that I stopped myself from saying was that their mom, the 3 siblings, they have their mom come back into the picture sort of towards the end of the show because she lives in Dongyong. Somewhere else. She doesn't live in Seoul with them. Which isn't that surprising because they're all grown. They're living in the family home for 20 years. And I'm sure that she wants some space, has another life elsewhere, whatever. Yeah. But in K-drama land, this is weird. Yeah. For them to be living in the family home and she doesn't live there. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a little odd. That being said, they make it seem like this woman is dead. Yeah. For the majority of the show.
They did.
And I thought they were joking when the second male lead is kind of like, I'm going to call your mom. I'm going to tell her what's going on, what you've been doing. And I'm like, what is this? Okay, tattletale. But also, is the mom really alive? Because she is not, they are not calling her. Yeah. They don't tell her anything about the fact that they lost the house. Nothing at all. And so when she comes back in the picture, I was like, this lady just should have been dead like the whole time. Yeah. Did you feel any kind of way about their mom and that character?
I try to be empathetic towards her because I'm sure it was very traumatic to, find out your husband.
She found out she
cheating
was
on
getting
you, leaves
on.
The family. Yeah.
In that house.
Gone. Yes. And so it's traumatic. And I get that, she's like, okay, my kids are grown. I just need to get out of here. Mm. And so I empathize with her in that way. But her kids were going through it. They were all struggling. And, like, she wasn't there. And I don't know. Like, it just, like, I understood where she was coming from, but, like, they were all having such a hard time. And the fact that, like, I guess because things had gotten so bad, they couldn't even call her and be like, hey, Mom, like, we lost the house, we did this, we did that. Like, the fact they felt that they even had to handle all that stuff on their own.
I agree.
Was, like, crazy to me. And so it really showed that, like, this relationship really must be, like, fractured in a way because they can't even call her and tell her, like, what's going on. And they're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were all just struggling. So it was, yeah. So I just felt like, dang, like, I wish that she could have been there for them. And then she just kind of pops up, like, was it 3/4 of the way through the show?
Yeah, 3/4 of the way. And I'm like, oh, so she does live.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she should have just been dead the whole time because the dead have this, like, presence to them that, like, you can't speak ill of the dead, whatever. And I think it would have been, I mean, it's cruel to do that to this character because her, you know, she got cheated on, whatever, lost her marriage in a very cruel way because it's not just like he was cheating and you saw a text message on his phone.
Right.
No, she caught him in the house stealing all of the family jewelry and valuables, and the woman that he was cheating with, the mistress, was in the house too. And this bitch is maddening, enraging, because they got her staring down the family portrait and looking smug and
so smug.
Like, she's a hater. Like, she's the biggest op in this whole show.
No, seriously. Just a purely evil woman.
Purely evil. And so the mom comes in and finds this situation happening, and the dad does not feel badly.
No.
Leaves still with all that shit, all the family money, the funds, and absconds with his mistress.
Yeah.
So I feel for her. She should have been dead. She got sick. They said that she got sick. Not long after that.
Exactly.
And the middle child, our female lead, had to quit archery, not go to college. She didn't choose to go to college, and stay home to take care of the mom.
Yeah.
For a health crisis. We don't know what she was sick with, what the health crisis was.
Exactly.
But I was like, okay, so she should have died. because her presence wasn't, I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah.
For the resolution of the show.
Added anything to the part of the show that she was in. I don't think we needed her presence there.
That lady was graceful and classy and elegant.
So classy.
We're still talking about the mom.
Yes.
She took the high road time and time again.
Yeah, definitely. And I even think back to, like, I really did love the scene when she was talking to the mistress, though.
No, that was powerful.
I
was like, okay, she paid her rent finally.
I could have stood up and clapped during that scene because she maintained her class and her dignity talking to this despicable woman.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow. And the woman has no remorse. Like, she doesn't care. Like, she doesn't feel bad.
No.
And she refuses to apologize to the end. She will not apologize.
Correct.
And the mom was just so graceful and so classy and full of dignity and integrity. And it's just like, I forgive you. And it's just like, And it's just...
We're sitting in my house.
Yes.
That was left to my children that you have defrauded us out of.
Yes. Literally,
and I still forget. And then the fact that she had to leave that house and leave that lady still in the house.
Yes. The way she walked away, I was like, mic drop. This is amazing. This is good TV.
I would not saying I would commit a crime, but I'm not saying I wouldn't commit a crime. I have crazy eyes.
So well. No, like
Oh my God.
Kicked them out of their own house after you stole you like that. You ruined the family. You destroyed their family. And then when the husband dies, you take their house.
And maybe there is a very Christian undertone to the whole show. Because Sung-Kyung's character, Woo-joo, the female lead, is a very eye for an eye, Old Testament, wrath of God kind of person. She wants blood. Yeah. I don't think she really wants blood, but that's what she says. She talks a big game.
Yeah, she's angry.
She's angry. She is resentful. of her dad, but also the mistress. Like, mostly she's putting a lot of pressure and hate on the mistress. Valid, though, because that bitch is wilding out the whole show.
It's terrible.
Well, terrible lady. But the mom, when she comes back into the show, and her journey, Woo-joo's journey, the female lead's journey throughout the show, is one of forgiveness and one of letting go and one of showing grace.
Yes.
When grace has not been given or shown to you, and you have every right to demand justice. And for her, it went beyond justice. She wanted to get back at these people.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like a very Christian thing. That the show, totally the message is also that, where it's like, hey, it's not going to feel nice, but forgiveness is always the best path.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think that's why I loved the overall message of the show, because in reality, it's like we are called to forgive, and we're not always going to get that apology. We're not always going to get that closure. It's not always going to end up working out and everything is fair and right.
Right.
But she made the conscious choice to say, even though you still are not sorry, I forgive you. And I feel like because she was able to forgive this woman.
And it's tough.
It allowed her to have that room in her heart to love. Yeah. And so I feel like when she was finally able to let that go, you could see the weight physically lift off of her.
Yes.
And even like at the end of the show, like seeing her smile, like we didn't see her smile the entire show.
Neither of them smiled the entire show.
And like when Woo-jin like started smiling and like Dongjin, like I remember like at the end of the show after he had kind of gone on his own journey and like he went on his travels and he was camping and doing all his stuff. One of his friends commented the fact like, wow, you look so much lighter. Like you're smiling. And it was like seeing him smile, seeing Woo-joo smile. I was just like, wow. The power of forgiveness, because you just like holding on to the bitterness and the anger, it's only killing you at the end of the day. It's only killing you at the end of the day. The other person doesn't care. They don't care.
It's
like it's hard. Was like you have to let go and forgive, because you're only hurting yourself.
And that is a tough pill for me to swallow. Like God's still working on me about this, because I love revenge. I love being petty, and the way that I was supporting her in like her evil endeavor to ruin Dongjin's life and ruin his business and somehow get the house back. Like the fact that she was trying to like do all this, I'm like, you're never gonna get the house back. But yeah, ruin that man's life. That was my point of view. And it's not the way that you should go about your life.
I said it's not the way.
It's not the way. And it's tough because I want that satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know, you want them to be sorry. You want them to return what belongs to you. Yeah, they never get like the punishment that they deserve. And I know I asked you in the front non-spoiler section, what would you have done? Because towards the end of the show, it becomes a sort of like, are we as a family going to press charges against the mistress who stole the house, embezzled, lied, tried to sell the house, like all these compounding crimes? Not to mention the actual cruelty of it, which cannot be prosecuted, really.
Like, what are they supposed to do if the best friend, if Sung-Kyung's character didn't take them in, they would have been on the streets.
That becomes the question. Are they going to press charges? The family is struggling with this. You know, all three siblings and the mom. The mom ends up kind of being like, look, if she moves out of the house expeditiously, then we're not going to press charges. Like, she kind of said, like, look.
Yeah.
If you keep on with this, it's going to end badly for you. And, you know, we're going to end up being forced to press charges and get our house back quickly that way through prosecuting a criminal case. What you said was, I would have pressed charges.
Yeah, I would have.
100% I would have pressed charges.
Yeah, I think
like I think there's a
yes.
How do
you
I
can
put
forgive?
This? Yes, you can forgive, but also the pressing of charges doesn't have nothing to do with me forgiving
it's like,
you.
You literally stole my house from under me. It's not your house. So it's like you can't do this. Now, I think like with the mom, like I think perhaps I probably would have done something similar, like let's try to figure out a compromise. if you move out like today, let's just, but if you insist on staying, like we will go to court.
Yes.
Like I think that's a fair
She kind of said like,
compromise.
the ball is in your court, but I'm not going to blink first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is the mistress had a boyfriend who ends up pressing charges.
I forgot about the boyfriend.
So I had a lot of questions about this. Like, this is a weak link of the show, is that I was confused about this whole thing. The boyfriend, and he was living with her, but I thought he was the sugar daddy, but ended up like he was borrowing, he borrowed money from her or something like that. She borrowed money from him. Something was going on there because he owed money and he couldn't get the money from her, right?
Yeah.
The mistress.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, well, if you sell the house, I take the proceeds of the house because you owe this money. And I really couldn't wrap my head around it. I was like, who owes money to who?
Right.
Why is he so hell-bent on recording all of their conversations?
Right.
And incriminating her? It just seemed like he was a bitter ex who wanted to take her down. But then he would also be incriminated by him submitting all of this stuff and pressing charges.
Exactly.
About the house fraud.
That was her consequence for being a scammer.
Honestly, it was really bizarre.
It was very strange. I remember being confused about what was going on with them.
It felt like a cop-out is what I'll say.
Yeah.
It felt like a cop-out because the people who really should have been demanding justice were like, you know what? Like, we don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. We're just going to keep this in the civil court or whatever. Mm-hmm. We don't have to make it a criminal case and press charges. Then she still has to do the whole prepping of the trial and if the victims, I don't understand. I really don't understand like the whole rigmarole of this criminal case that ends up happening anyway because of the boyfriend.
I didn't get it. I remember being very confused by that whole storyline.
Yes. I was like, why is he pressing criminal charges when he's not the victim?
He's going to get in trouble.
And then he's going to get in trouble anyway.
Yeah. Brings forward his evidence. They're going to be like, what were you doing?
You were in on it with her.
Exactly.
You were an accomplice.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's not like you're going to get immunity or anything. So I didn't really understand what his angle was.
It was bizarre. And that's why I'm like, this is a weak link of the show because they try and kind of force the criminal trial without the family being the ones leading the charge on that.
Yeah.
They still, what's the term? In the final episode, the mom goes and talks with Woo-joo, the female lead, so that she will provide a non-punishment application letter. Mm-hmm. And I was like, thank God that I live in the United States because this sounds all kind of wrong.
Yeah.
That like you can just go to the victim and be like, why don't you request that I do not get punished for the crime that I committed against you?
She's wicked inside and out. I was like, the audacity of this woman.
And she basically says later on, like in that same episode, I got scared because they were mentioning prison time.
Well, that's what happens when you commit crimes and fraud.
Girl, you did all this and didn't think about the consequences.
You just thought that they were just going to let you like keep their house forever that you stole?
It just enrages me. It enrages me.
So wild.
That she wasn't sorry. She was sorry she got caught.
Oh, yeah. She was not sorry. She did not care. She refused to apologize. She refused. Mm-hmm.
But that conversation is very interesting. The one between Hee-ja, the mistress, and Woo-joo. Because she says to her, you have no idea like how you've ruined my life for the past 13 years. I've had no peace, no comfort since the age of 17. And it was easier to hate you than it was to hate my dad. So I was like, ooh, that's actually quite interesting for her to say that directly to the mistress.
Yeah.
Who, mind you, was scoffing and incredulous. And I can't believe I'm getting all the blame and that you hated me all these years.
Yes.
Like,
I was screaming during that scene because I was like, fix your face. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? You don't get to be smug.
No.
Are you kidding me?
You do not have the right to be smug. So I want to slap her face the whole show. But she's telling her this like stuff from the heart, right? She's like, hey, I hated you. I hated your guts for 13 years when I really should have been dealing with my resentment toward my dad. Who, it takes two to tango. My dad's the one who showed up at the house with you and ran off with you, like ruined the family.
Yeah.
She tells her to her face, I'm going to stop hating you. This is when I was like, oh, that's God. Because she says, and I wish you well.
Yes. I was like, wow. I was like, this is the power of forgiveness. It's like you could tell that she fully released her. I'm not going to give you the power that you have over me anymore. Like,
yes,
it's done. It's released.
I'm going to go back to the beginning of the show and talk about the intro sequence that's at the beginning of every episode. It is so good. I love that intro sequence of shots of people from behind, these shadows and silhouettes, and it's so romantic and cozy and sad. And that's the show in a nutshell. It's romantic and cozy and sad.
Yes, literally. That's the perfect way to describe it.
What did you think of her showing up at the funeral at the beginning of the show?
I loved that scene.
Okay.
I was like, she literally walked into the funeral. She had like a leopard print, like a short leopard print dress, right?
Yes, she did. And red pumps.
And she just like struts in there. Her dad's funeral.
Yes.
And everyone's just like, and she's just like, and sunglasses and all. And
hater
she was
blockers.
just like, I'm here. Yes.
I'm here. Yeah, she was acting crazy, but I was like, she wasn't even acting that crazy in there.
Right. But it was just like rage personified. It was a really powerful scene. I was like, wow, okay, she's not playing around.
I thought it was interesting. She kind of left it up to chance. Which I felt added to her character. Like, you don't really know her right now, but you know that, you know, she's depressed, she's angry at something. We don't even know the full story yet.
Yeah.
And she bets the second male lead, look, if it rains tomorrow, which is the day of the funeral, she got a text from an aunt saying, oh, the funeral's tomorrow. And she's like, wow, they weren't even going to tell me. It was a neighborhood auntie that was like, hey, I don't know if you know this, your dad's funeral's tomorrow. Can you believe that? None of your blood relations let you know. Anyway, so she tells the second male lead, if it rains tomorrow, I'm going to do something crazy. And he said, there's a 10% chance of rain tomorrow. Yeah, I'll take your bet. And so she goes, okay, fine. The day progresses and it starts raining. And she was like, well, that's a sign.
Yeah.
I like that. There's still like that sort of cosmic interference happening here.
Exactly. Yeah. It was very interesting. But it was definitely a great way to open the show for sure.
The shot of her walking in the rain, though.
Yeah.
The slow motion shot of her walking in the rain, and the rain is falling up.
That's the scene that sticks in my head.
And she's walking forward and everyone around her is going backward. I love that effect. I love that effect. She's going against the grain. She's swimming upstream. She's the opposite of everyone else. Yeah. And it feels so cinematic. So I love that scene. And she references that scene finally in like the last episode because we don't really know for sure what's going through her head, what she was feeling.
Right.
You can just kind of guess at the vibes of the whole thing.
Exactly.
And she says in the final episode, sometimes I wondered how everyone else walked forward when I always felt like I was walking backward. It was because I had so much hate in me. Once I let that go, I finally realized if I hadn't met you, I'd be walking backwards for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
I love this show.
Yeah. I couldn't believe they circled back on that.
I love when
she addressed
a K-drama does like a full circle moment like that because it just shows how intentional every scene is. And I love that. Love it.
He said, she's talking about like, I can't believe you couldn't hate me after everything, then the bad blood between my mother and your mother, my family and your mom. You took my side and you empathized with me and you were sad for me. And he said, mind you, they're already like deeply in love by this point.
Yeah.
So this still last episode, he says, I couldn't hate you because the love you gave me was so much bigger than the pain you gave me. Just some lines you just want to marinate in them. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
I loved that. And he said, you gave me everything. Support, consolation, love. Thank you for loving me. And they promptly break up.
I know.
I don't think I was upset, but I was like upset, because it made a lot of sense why they wanted to part ways.
Yes. There was some healing they needed to do separately.
Absolutely.
Which I got. But I was like, after those speeches, I was like, I was like, now what?
Yeah, because after that, I would have been like, so we're going to meet at the courthouse at 9 a.m. tomorrow, right? Because, like, what do you mean? We're not going to be forever. Yeah, and then the 1 year later, time jump.
Yes.
Let's talk about the second male lead.
Yes.
And the sister. Why don't you go first? What are your thoughts on these two?
Okay, so first of all, Hae-sung, her sister.
Yeah.
I feel like Woo-joo was the oldest sibling, even though she was the middle sibling.
I agree. This is another case of, I think the mom should have been dead.
Yeah.
I think the female lead Woo-joo should have been the oldest sibling.
Yeah.
She felt that way. She read that way. If you would have told me of these three siblings, you don't know who is the oldest, which one of them is the oldest, I would have said Woo-joo. Yeah. And you would have been wrong. She's the middle child. And I don't believe they wrote her like a middle child.
Not at all. Not at all. So I don't really know how she became the way she did. Hae-sung is not an oldest sibling.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
She's so flighty. Like, she's not like, because Woo-joo she's a go-getter. She's going to fix it. She's going to find a solution.
Right.
And Hae-sung's like, what's happening? What do we do now? Like, she's just, like, all over the place.
Yeah, she's scatterbrained. And
very
she's
scatterbrained.
I was going to say love stoned.
Yeah. She like wants
JT.
to be in a relationship so bad, and she's just like
she's desperate.
She's a hopeless romantic, and that's like her focus in life.
I know, and you know what? My best friend growing up was very much like Hae-sung. You know, she came from an abusive household, which I'm not saying that the household was abusive.
Yeah.
But there's levels to everything. And I think she was definitely, the oldest sister, Hae-sung, was scarred by the entire situation, the falling out that happened in the family, the ruinous mistress relationship that sort of imploded everything. And she's desperate for that male validation.
Yes. I feel like there's like some Arrested Development there.
Yes.
Something just was off about her.
100%. So she was giving, and my friend was the second child. And so it just like made me think, okay, she's written wrong. Like they wrote her wrong. She should not be the oldest child. She should be the middle child.
Yeah, it was not giving oldest daughter.
It was not
especially
giving
being
oldest
daughter.
in the slightest.
I was like, this is not realistic to be an oldest daughter and to be like
right.
this.
Basically, it took me out of the show in the same way that I'm like, the mom should be dead.
Yeah.
This girl is not the oldest. So Hae-sung, very similar to my friend, was. In Spanish, we say enamorada, like she's constantly in love, constantly looking for love. And she's had a string of horrible relationships. Yes.
I felt really bad for her because you see that's how her brokenness shows up, right? It shows up differently in all the siblings, but that's how hers shows up.
I agree.
I was concerned at first because I thought that Sung-Joon's character, they were going to try to do like a love triangle thing. I'm so glad that he was genuinely...
It was quite smart.
I loved his character so much because... He was like a brother to.
They were giving major sibling energy.
Yes,
yes.
I loved their relationship. I loved it so much. I was like, oh, this is so refreshing, and I love that he just became everything like Hae-sung needed because there's like insecurity there. There's just so many things. There's so many layers to her.
To be clear, I was saying they're giving off sibling energy. But I was mostly meaning between him and the female lead. Woo-joo.
Oh, yeah, no, I was talking about Woo-joo. Yeah. Perfect. I was talking about Woo-joo.
Okay, because then you said Hae-sung, and I was like, oh, no, she was talking about
no. I was just sorry. I was just moving on to the romantic relationship. But yeah, but him and Woo-joo's relationship, it was just strictly brother and sister, and I loved how he was so ride or die for that family as a whole. Like, because even when the mom came into town, of course, the mom had to stay there too. So it's just like he was so ride or die for this family, and I loved that. And even how he treated the little brother as well. Like he's a superb character.
They truly became a surrogate family for him. And you don't quite understand. And this isn't done in every K-drama where you might have this same dynamic, but you don't understand why the second male lead or second female lead or whoever is so about this family embedded in another family. What's going on with them? You find out what's going on with him. And I was like, oh no, this show got better. Because his family dynamic is militaristic. It's highly patriarchal.
Yeah.
The mother is extremely subservient to the father. They are not talkers. They're not close. They are quite strict and conservative. And so to see him in that environment being so suffocated.
Yeah.
And him being so comfortable.
Yes.
And open with the siblings. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I totally understand why he loves the siblings, why he wants them around, why he openly and freely offered his home to them when they were out of a house.
Exactly.
And, it's one of those things where you're like, I love your family. Can I join?
Exactly.
And
found family.
It's found
It's
family in a very real way.
Yes. And I really loved it. I loved it. And him and K-Song.
This was.
Yeah, they were very cute. I liked them. I think that he was.
I could have had a show just them two.
Yeah, especially towards the end where they actually got together and it was just like, oh, this is good. They are such a good match. Also, can we have a quick? Did you notice how his hair transformed throughout?
I didn't
the
like
drama?
that. I did not appreciate that because I liked the longer, scruffy, obviously dyed at some point hair. Then we get the 1 year time jump at the end of the show. And I was like, no, because they chopped it and it was a darker color. And he just looked too buttoned up. And here's another thing I'll say. K-dramas love a hot pharmacist.
Yes,
they love a hot pharmacist.
This
is because, what's the other one? It's not Chung
Chung Hae-in's character.
Chung Hae-in.
Yes.
Chung
In
Hae-in.
One Spring Night.
In One Spring Night is another hot pharmacist.
Yes.
And here's what I'll say about pharmacists. I would love me a hot pharmacist, first of all.
Yes.
Second, so if there's any hot pharmacists listening, hit me up. Second of all, I have a bunch of Puerto Rican cousins that live on the island.
Mm.
And for some reason, growing up, we're all of similar ages. The word out of Puerto Rico from my great aunt was that all the Puerto Rican kids want to grow up and be a pharmacist. This is there's a run on this industry, this profession. There's a run on this profession. And I think, 2 cousins that are pharmacists.
Wow.
They're not hot, okay? I saw them growing up. I used to be so embarrassed to walk around with my cousin Lenny because he had a rat tail.
I'm dying.
And so I'm like, Lenny is a pharmacist?
Oh my God.
So the fact that pharmacy as a job and profession is so intrinsically tied to my friggin' Puerto Rican cousins and the island of Puerto Rico, I don't like that at all.
I'm crying.
I don't like that one bit.
A rat tail.
A rat tail. Tell me why I'm walking around Key West with a cousin that has a rat tail. And he didn't just have it for one summer. He had it for years.
Wow, the commitment. Wow.
I hated it. I was like, get farther away from me. Yeah. So there's that.
Oh, man.
So there's that tie-in.
That's so funny.
I know. Anyway, long story short, it took a minute for me to be like, oh, pharmacist. Ooh, pharmacist.
Yeah.
To get it out of my head what my experience with pharmacy is. But once I got through that hurdle, once I got through that mental block, I was like, Sung-Kyung, this actor, as a hot pharmacist, I would be in there all day picking up prescriptions and Band-Aids.
No, he embodied it
and
so
all this.
well.
Yes.
Yes, he embodied it so well.
No. And then
so
the little
great.
voice that he would put on when he was calling out patients' names for them to pick up their prescription.
Yes.
How do I put it? It would be like, oh, I can't even say it, but it was like sing-songy.
Yes.
Like it was kind of like that. And he would do it multiple times in the show. But anyway, long story short, I loved this man. And I did not appreciate the chop they gave him in the time jump.
Yes.
I was annoyed with him only a couple of times in the show because I thought he was doing too much, right? He's the only one that knows about the secret, that knows about her backhanded revenge that she's doing. That she's embedded herself in this company. And she's trying to sabotage this man. Trying to sabotage Dongjin, the male lead. At one point, she sleeps out. She sleeps outside the house.
Yeah.
And he kind of becomes angry and shows up at the job the next day outside the work building, and he's waiting for her. And what was his intention? Like, was he just going to spill the beans right there? Why was he confronting her instead of opening the pharmacy? So I had a lot of issues with the fact that he started doing too much. And it was giving jealous. It was giving, I can't believe that she's falling for this guy.
And that's what made me nervous for a second.
Yes.
I was like, I really hope we don't go the love triangle route. But I was like, whew, okay, no, I think he's just being an overprotective brother. But those are the scenes that kind of got me concerned a little bit. I was like, what are we doing?
Yes.
But I think he really just didn't want her to like make a bad decision. He's like, don't do anything stupid. And he was really scared, but it was a lot. He was a lot. Showing up at the job in the morning. I was like, okay.
I was like, oh,
this is
do you not have anything to do? Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He had a couple moments where he was out of line, but his relationship with the older sister Hae-sung was juicy, and they had like a little fake relationships issue that they had to work through because his mom is trying to put him on some blind dates. He doesn't want nothing of it, and so he declares that he's dating Hae-sung, and she goes to a family dinner with his parents as an introduction.
Yeah.
Wow. That family's a piece of work. But the mom standing up and going, yellow was the wrong choice because she wore a bright, like, canary yellow dress.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
It's like, no wonder he never comes home.
It's no wonder this man is like, I don't want nothing to do with my family. Yeah. But she starts to understand him. He starts to understand her. He's always the shoulder that she cries on whenever she has relationship issues. Yes. He's just there for her. The relationship that she had with the younger boy. Let's talk about that for a second.
Oh, yeah. I felt so bad for her.
I felt horrible for her. First of all, she gets confronted at her place of work. She's a bank teller.
Oh my gosh, that was so bad.
She gets confronted, hair pulled and everything because she didn't know her boyfriend was married. So she inadvertently was the other woman. Yeah. And when that wife comes, she raised hell in that bank, was pulling her hair, was causing a scene. And of course, you already know that all three siblings have a complex about cheating.
Right.
Which we should all have complexes about cheating. But they are personally victimized. Yeah. And she sends her over the edge. Yep. She starts taking anxiety medication. She basically goes on antidepressants, I think, after that. Yeah. Because she is struggling so bad. Yeah. The younger guy, first of all, their relationship was never going to last, but it was kind of sweet. It was kind of sweet. I was buying in for a little bit. I was like, oh shit. So it's a triangle between the second male lead, Sung-Kyung, and this guy and the sister Hae-sung. Yeah. What ends up happening is this guy, he meets her friends. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. They ask him, what do you like about her? Which I think is slow pitch.
It really is.
What do you like about her? He says she's basically shallow, I believe.
This guy was such trash.
Yeah, so he gives her like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
It's strangely touching at that point. But I was like, the undertone of that wasn't so good, but he fixed it.
Not at all.
In the moment.
Yeah.
Later on, they're not on the same page. He makes like a couple Instagram.
Right.
And she's not about it. She's kind of like, I don't understand. And it's very generational difference. Front and center. And then later, in maybe episodes 10 or 11, she plucks up the courage to tell him, hey, I don't really want to go to the theme park with you. Not because I don't like theme parks and not because I don't like you. Yeah. But I've been struggling for months with the fallout of my public shaming. And I'm on medication. I don't want to be around other people in large crowds. I don't want to be in enclosed spaces. I'm struggling. And it was a huge deal for her to open up to this little boy about her situation, her mental well-being. He seems so sensitive in the moment and understanding of her. And she's so happy. She feels like very renewed in their relationship. Yeah. I personally almost cried when she catches him outside on the phone. And he's saying, oh, I need just like 1 more hour to wrap this up and then I'll go gaming with you guys. I'll meet you at the PC Bang. Because she's sick, but not really. And talks about her needing medication.
Girl, I can't even explain to you how angry I was.
Talk to me.
I was angry and also like, about to cry because
Yeah.
I was like, it was such a big deal for her to open up about that, like her struggle she's been having for a long time. And you're supposed to be her boyfriend and like love her through anything, and you're judging her. It was terrible.
It was
And I
terrible.
was like, she doesn't deserve that. And she's so sweet and she's so sensitive. And I just hated that she had to witness that.
So they break up, but not before he gives her a generational read. He tells her, oh, I see, all of your other relationships ended. They fizzled out because you didn't want to do the work of actually reconciling, of actually fighting it out. You've never argued with somebody else. You just give up.
Gosh.
And I was like, oh. And I knew that her relationship with the second male lead, Sung-Kyung, was going to work because she tells him later on, they're fighting still. They're fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her and the second male lead, Sung-Kyung, are fighting. And she tells him, well, my ex, I broke up with him, but he said this, X, Y, Z, and the other. And he's like, but that's not even true. And I was like, oh, he's on her side.
Yes, he was just what
he's
she
supporting
needed.
her. He knew her.
Yes, exactly. He sees her for who she is.
Yeah. When she gets proposed to at the end of the show after the time jump, I was like, I could be here 30 more minutes.
No, literally, I loved them. And I didn't expect to get as invested in them as I did.
Yes.
But I loved them. And I think that's another thing the show did really well. Like, I was equally invested in our main couple as I was in their relationship as well.
True. Yeah. What were some of your favorite parts of the show when it came to moments between Dongjin and Woo-joo, the female lead and the male lead?
Okay, so I don't know if you remember. I think it was between episodes 5 and 6. And I think they were like at the office. I think the ex had come into the office at night. Do you remember the scene?
Yes.
Okay, so background. So I started the show maybe like a week after it came out. So by the time I was watching it, I think like 5 episodes were out.
Okay.
So then I binged it one night. When I tell you, I was like literally I couldn't breathe during this scene when so the ex was in the office. Dongjin's there. Dongjin, as we know, she's very gentle. He's very docile. The ex is like being annoying. And Woo-joo literally
the audacity on all of the mistress, but the ex also.
The ex, we need to talk about the ex. Yeah.
And then she was in a depression hole. She had to clean her depression apartment at some point. Dongjin is like, you're sick. He says you're sick.
Yeah, he's like, you're sick. You need help.
You're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You need help.
An alcoholic. Yes.
He's like, you need to get better. And when you get better, fine, we can go out and have drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
that situation was bad.
He clocked her ass. Anyway.
He did.
The scene that you're talking about.
And so obviously Dongjin is like in a tough spot, and Woo-joo literally just like grabs his hand and they leave the office. I screamed, like audibly screamed. I was like, this show is amazing. And so then that was the end of episode 5. That's the first time they've ever had like a physical interaction. This is just a handhold, a hand grab. So I'm like screaming.
It's a lot.
So then it was a lot for them. So then we go into episode 6, and they're kind of like they're at the convenience store. And they're like eating, and they were having this like super deep heart to heart. And she was basically saying like, you're not the type of person that like gives up, like you won't go down. And I just never forgot that scene.
That's a really good scene. And they reference that a lot. References in like, they replay that scene.
Yes,
a lot.
And she was like, you won't go down. And because he, up until this point, it's just like he's honestly just like he walks through life in a daze. Like the way he walks, like, you can see that he's been beaten down by life.
He's such a zombie.
He's such a zombie, just like floating through life. And she's like, you won't go down. Like basically telling him like you're stronger than you think you are. And the fact that she barely knows the guy, right?
She
and, like,
barely
this is what
knows
she's
him.
Observed in him. This is like their first time really talking, but she was able to observe that and call that out in him. Beautiful scene. I love that scene so much.
I love that scene too, because he had told her this story just before she tells him you won't go down. He tells a story about him trying to enter this provincial track race competition, and they were giving out, just for competing, just for participating, he would get like a 300,000 won scholarship. He goes, if I entered that competition, it was provincial, and I was 3 seconds slower than the slowest runner. He was like, there was no chance I was going to win that, even though just participating would get me a scholarship.
Yeah.
He said those 3 seconds gave him anxiety. He had stomach aches. He was laid up with a headache, and he quit before he even tried. He never even entered. And he says, since birth, I've always been weak-willed. Like, he really deeply understands himself.
Yeah, he does.
That's when she says, I know you. You're not going to go down. That's not going to take you out. Nothing's going to take you out. You might sway a little bit, but you're not going down.
Yeah. And
it was this like moment of like touched. Full confidence. And yeah, it touches him deeply that she has faith in him. Yeah.
And she sees him for who he is. She doesn't know him. She really doesn't know him. But she's able to really see who he is on the inside.
I love that.
And it's probably like the most he's felt seen in a very long time.
Yes. Talking about the way she speaks very bluntly to everybody around her. And at first, he's kind of like, I like that about you. Yeah. In fact, he sort of makes, I don't think it's a joke, but it's almost like an ironic, you speak so, he says she has a kind way of speaking, like pretty way of speaking. And she's like, no, I don't. Like, you're not being serious. You don't actually like the way I speak because I'm constantly reading people for filth. Yeah. And he says, she's doing this to him too, like the whole show as well. Yeah. And he says in episode 5, does it feel good to just say whatever's on your mind? It may seem people hold themselves back because they're dumb, but if you say everything that's on your mind, you have to watch others get hurt by what you say. Some people find it harder than holding back, so they try hard not to say anything. And that's what I mean by this show is very empathetic. It's for empaths because he is so deeply feeling. He's considering somebody else's feelings and doesn't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, even if he is correct and true and right to say whatever it is. And she doesn't care about that. She's like, I don't care. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Yep. I think at first he was very entertained by her openness and candor. But as the show went on, he's like, I'm not sitting here and not saying anything because I'm dumb.
Exactly.
You know, I'm reading the room. Yep. So he kind of clocks her too with that because he's like, maybe you should consider other people's feelings more.
And they learn from each other. Beautiful.
Is there another scene that you love?
Yeah. I love their kiss scene because it was so, just speaking to Dongjin's gentleness, I don't know what it is about this scene, but like, I'll never forget like when he was like holding her face and he was like caressing her face like with his thumb, like, and he was just like looking at her.
No, the form was impeccable.
Oh my gosh. And he was just, and it was beautiful.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
What is that? It's episode 12.
So good. And again, like we waited, speaking to the slow burn, it's like we waited till episode 12.
But and then they kiss in his apartment, which this was a whole like song and dance too because her brother starts staying with the male lead secretly. He like runs away from home and he starts staying with the male lead. And so when he leaves all his stuff behind at the house. Yeah. So there was always a question of, hey, can I come by and pick up my brother's stuff? It's so loaded, like that question, because then it's like, I gotta go inside your house. Yeah. I always loved that question. There was a point where she asked him and he says, you don't have to do that anymore. Feeling people out. I mean, if you want to come, you can come anytime. I'll be waiting. Oh. I screamed at that. I screamed at that. I'm like, but going back to, she's finally in the house. Yeah. In episode 12, they kiss, but then they go full on have sex. Yeah. Yeah. It's tasteful. It's just, you don't see anything. But anyway, they do have sex in the house. And I was like, wow, this is a really grown show.
It's so grown.
There's
so
something
mature
about it that's just grown.
Yes, exactly. It was just very mature and tasteful and just the way it was done. I'm like, wow, this is it was beautiful. So beautiful. I also, so the ex, so we touched on her. So the ex basically, like they literally live across the hall from each other. Like they're neighbors and she's an alcoholic. And I thought it was interesting when we found out that the mom was also basically trying to, I guess, scam her as well, like harassing her for money. Yeah, which was wild, piece of work. Which stressed the ex out a lot, which is why she was acting crazy as well. But I'm just like, Why didn't you just tell him that his mom was like harassing you? Like,
yeah,
it was wild. And like, again, to the evil mom, I'm just like, what is wrong with this lady? But terrorizing everyone involved. But the ex, before I knew that she was being harassed as well. I mean, it doesn't excuse her behavior, but I was like, no wonder she's acting so unhinged. But
that mom was a huge reason why they broke up. Really, or that she actually decided to go on some blind date and it worked out, and she was dating this other guy for a year before they officially broke it off.
Crazy.
And the mom, I really think when she came back, when I'm talking about the ex, when the ex came back after being abroad and that other relationship not working out, she didn't get married.
Yeah.
I truly think it's what she said. She said, I came back looking for comfort and I thought he would take me back. And this whole thing about the mother, the mistress character, begging for money and like panhandling and constantly borrowing money from the ex would have been resolved had they gotten back together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she was kind of like, it's his mom. I can't say no. I want to be on her good side. So on and so forth. She didn't have the backbone of Simuju, our female lead,
not at all.
who would never in a million years, even if there was no bad blood, let that woman walk all over her and steal all this money from her.
Exactly. It was wild. I didn't love that they alluded to the fact that the CEO guy and her were like gonna get together. I thought that was a very weird connection to make between them.
Wouldn't have done that, but yeah, the tone and the way that they ended, that guy was like down bad for her.
And I'm like, but Dongjin's your best friend, no?
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't strange.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing here?
3 strikes. The mom should have been dead. Woo-joo should have been the oldest sibling.
Yeah.
What the hell is the co-CEO bestie doing with the ex-girlfriend?
Like, why? Like, go get with somebody else.
No,
like, what are you
legit.
doing? I was like, what? Yeah,
I know
especially after everything that she put him through.
Oh.
Why would, like, that's
I feel
terrible.
like that, and then why are you sleeping with your best friend's ex-girl?
It's strange.
That's breaking a code.
It is breaking
It breaks
a code.
The bro code, the friend code, I don't care.
All the codes.
All the
codes.
I'm
just like,
don't do that. It's icky. I don't believe in that.
Yeah, not at all.
You just what? And then she cheated. Never mind. You want to be with a cheater?
Right, exactly. It was like, I did not understand that at all.
I know we're talking in and out about like extending grace, but like a pattern's a pattern.
Wisdom, right? Like there's also wisdom. It's just like, why don't you don't think she's gonna cheat on you?
Exactly.
And also, this is your best friend's ex that literally caused one of the many reasons why he was so depressed.
Also, that man was not smart. Okay, the G-Wagon situation, he was not smart.
Just sell your car.
That's why he was so pressed when Dongjin is like, I want to cash out. I want to leave the company. Like, just transfer my shares. And he was pressed because he didn't do any work at the company. He was just coasting along. And now Dongjin is leaving. He has to do everything on his own and lead the ship. No. He had to really step up there. He had to really step up. And mind you, his excuse for bringing in the ex to work at the company was, oh, she has art expertise.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a trade show revolving art. And so we need her input, her expertise.
It's like, do we?
There was nobody else in the
no
country
one
of
else?
Korea. Yeah, like
there was no one else.
There was no one else.
But the ex that traumatized him. Right.
Mind you, I don't know what her work situation was, if she came from money or what.
Right.
Because she wasn't working.
I was under the impression that she had to come from money because that was a really nice apartment. And she was abroad all that time. So I feel like she just had money.
So then she came back and got what? She had a job lined up. She went back to her old job. She was some sort of curator, some sort of museum position. And they were like, oh, she doesn't come all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was she doing?
Nothing. She wasn't doing anything.
It wasn't even like, oh, she's part-time. Oh, she doesn't work here anymore. Oh, no. They were like, she's not in all the time. I was like, they hate her ass. She doesn't do any work. She does not work. Anyway, I love the moment when, first of all, there was another big op in this show, and it was CEO Shin.
Yeah.
The guy that was literally out to ruin their company.
Yes.
Purposely, his mission in life was to ruin their company. And I got that. It's a K-drama. I didn't mind him at all. He does swing at Woo-joo's head with a big rock.
Yes.
And she doesn't dodge him, even though she could, and gets struck in the head 5 stitches.
Wild.
So I love that moment when our male lead Dongjin runs to the hospital to see her. He starts squaring up with the CEO Shin, who's looking shell-shocked in the waiting area. And I was like, you know, the co-CEO should not have held him back.
Let him go.
Let him
do
go.
what he needs to do.
He's already in the hospital. If any damage is done, he can just get patched up right then and there. Why are we blocking this man from laying hands on CEO Shin?
Right.
So and then second of all, I don't believe that the co-CEO bestie could hold him back anyway.
Yeah, no.
I didn't believe it.
I don't think so either.
No,
not at all.
I was like, that man's 6'2", like and you know, he looks solid.
Yes, he's a solid 6'2".
You know what I'm saying?
He's
it's not a
lanky at all.
Not a lanky, mousy 6'2".
Yeah, no, he's solid.
He looked like a man, you know?
Yes.
Which I don't mean to start blushing right now, but like, I appreciate that.
Me too. I fell in love with him in the show.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm watching every Kim Young-Kwang show.
I know.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Anyway, so he goes in finally to see her, and she's got 5 stitches. He starts stroking her face.
He's so gentle and
so
sweet.
gentle. And she says she's sorry, and you know, she meant it when she said she wanted him to lead a comfortable life.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, let's just have an ordinary conversation. I'm sick of being told I'm sorry. I'm sick of saying I'm sorry. Like, let's just rewind and talk about something mundane. And she goes, well, I'm hungry. So I love this interaction. It was very homey.
Yeah.
You know?
Love it.
And talking about siblings, the sibling relationship, it's when they go out to eat after her hospital stay, her little ER visit. She says that she's just going to outright lie to her siblings about what happened to her face. And she's going to say, oh, that I fell. They won't believe it, but they'll accept her lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, where are we going with this? She says that they pretend not to notice issues that they're going through. So that their sibling relationship is quite shallow. The quote is, it became a habit at some point, so we don't have deep conversations. And I was like,
yeah,
I can marinate
that's
on
a
that
lot.
right now.
It's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot about how they interact with each other and how they feel like they're doing each other a kindness in letting them off, you know?
Yeah.
Not having the tough conversations.
Absolutely.
Confronting each other. Really being present in each other's lives.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's over the years, they just don't talk.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very powerful.
It really is. It's
she even like recognizes that, and she's like, well, you know, we're not asking tough questions about each other.
Yeah.
We're not demanding truth. It sucks.
Do you want to talk about like their reunion?
Well, Kat's finally out of the bag at the end of episode 13.
Yes.
It's the whole thing of like the sister Hae-sung sniffs out that there's tension between Woo-joo and Yoon-jun, the second male lead, and then the second male lead tells her the truth of who the CEO Dongjin is and what's the bad blood. Then the sister tells the rest of the family. Woo-joo finally tells Dongjin about everything. And she does it in front of the house. He doesn't get mad at all. He says it must have been hard on her all by herself, and he's only sad and sorry about the entire situation because of course his mother has ruined his life again.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he hugs her, and it's just so awful because they can't be together.
Yeah.
She's like sobbing like through tears and tells him, you know, my family knows who you are. I was hoping to keep this from them. And she said, I don't think we can really see each other anymore. And they're hugging each other like the ship going down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for dear life. And she lets go of him, loosens her grip on him, and then he lets go too. And that moment, it's just, oof. Like, that moment is so...
Again, it speaks to the themes of, like, forgiveness in the show. And it's just like, oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really beautiful scene. And also, like, his frustration and disappointment
Mm-hmm.
in his mom, yet again, she just cannot stop. Like, she cannot stop ruining lives.
Let's talk about the mom for one more second. And it's when she shows up back at his house. She's been kind of like in and out of Dongjin's apartment in the last few episodes. But she comes back after he gets the will from his uncle. He calls him uncle in the show. It's really an ex-stepdad because he was married to the mom at some point. She's had 4 marriages. I love
their relationship,
by the way. Love that relationship as well.
So sweet.
Beautiful. So he comes home to his mom, eating in his house. She was missing MIA. She had changed her number. He was trying to get a hold of her. He didn't know where she was. It was this whole freaking thing. He tells her he was thankful that he doesn't resemble her. Because when she, started on her bullshit when he was younger, he says he spent hours looking in the mirror, trying to see if there was anything of her in him. And he was relieved that, no, he was nothing like her. And that he never called her mother, even though he wanted to. There's so much layers to that. I don't know. And then he tells her, she goes, everybody is like unhappy, basically. Yeah. Everybody's like this. Everybody is like kind of sad all day long. Yeah. And she's doing this, I guess, in defense of her actions. She's trying to say, well, you were kind of never going to have a great life because everyone's pretty shitty.
She just can't take accountability.
No. And what he says, I'm telling you that I was unhappy. I'm telling you that I've never been happy.
Ugh, such a sad scene.
It was a horrible, sad scene. And I loved every second of it because she really kind of gets it after that.
This is how your actions have impacted your son.
Yes. And there's something to it also of like generational curses all around.
Yep.
In each family. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? I think you want to talk about the reunion.
Oh, yeah. I just loved the reunion scene because it's a year later, I believe, after they had that beautiful breakup scene that we talked about earlier. They reunited at the Little Brothers concert. Random side storyline. Little Brother has been trying to find his way the whole show. I think he was in school, right? And then he dropped out.
He was studying for like a civil cervix.
Yeah. Civil cervix?
Sorry. Civil service exam.
Yeah.
And he had failed the first time by like just 3 points. And so he was back to studying. And he quit that. He quits studying for the civil service exam. Yeah. And decides, I'm going to be a singer. And he sang beautifully. He can't be a singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
I know. But he's pursuing music now. And he's having a little showcase or whatever.
Right.
He invited Dongjin. Of course, Woo-joo's coming as well. We just see, oh my gosh, the way that they filmed it was beautiful. Because first of all, the whole show is in muted tone. The whole show is pretty much gray, right?
Yes.
But in this scene, this final scene of the show, you can see that the sky is blue. We see like these colorful balloons. Like we finally see color. And so they're both at the concert and they see each other through the crowd. And we just see them look at each other. And then the next scene is like basically they kind of break. They kind of like run into each other and like they're like laughing and like joking with each other. And the joy and the colors and all the things, you could just see like all the burdens have been lifted and they can be together and be healthy and be happy. And because they've gone on their individual journeys. And just to see them both smile, it was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. It's also kind of one of those endings that kind of leave you, it's like up to interpretation, right? Because people interpreted that last scene in like different ways.
For sure.
But it was really beautiful.
Yes. I loved the cinematography change and the way that they met back up. And it was giving healed. It was giving fresh start. It was giving... I'm ready to accept this relationship.
Yes.
And to welcome you back. And, we're all forgiven. Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
And let's live life in color.
Yes. Let's live life in color. Yes. Exactly.
That's what it was giving. And honestly, if you've seen My Mister, it was the same vibe. right? These people that look so morose throughout the whole show. So sort of destitute, emotionally destitute the whole show.
Yeah.
They are happy. Finally, there's joy in their life. It's a beautiful little moment. It is up to interpretation in terms of, did they get back together? You know, are they married with 2 kids? What's going on? You can leave that up to interpretation, but I do feel that they got back together.
Yes.
And the family was okay with it by now.
Yes, by now they should be.
Yeah. So, beautiful show. Naz, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. Just if you haven't watched this show, like Jess said, it's underrated. I think more people need to watch this. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so quiet and so healing. If you haven't watched it already, please do. It's so, so good.
Naz, thank you so much for revisiting Call It Love. Where can people find you online?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on. I love talking with you, and it's been so long. So thank you for having me on to talk about this amazing show. But yes, you can find us at Swoon Diaries Pod on Instagram. And we are also the Swoon Diaries Podcast on Apple and Spotify as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Please follow Swoon Diaries. They are amazing. And that's it. That's been our show. I'm Jessica, and this has been the Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.